The church works on make laws and enforce laws to the property in the committed body of the Moorish Sonship of America. The assist the great sheep to assist the great sheep in all affairs that he lives according to the truth is true of the church. It is known for the members of game. It is known for the members of the Moorish Sonship of America. All meetings are the ultimate code property according to First 7. You love truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Friday is our first meal was on Friday. On Friday, the first meal reported out of the the scene, the scene into the Friday got a lot for that cause Friday and holy day was while Muslims all over the world. Actually, love, truth, freedom, must be proclaimed and be practiced by all members of the Moorish Sonship of America. No member is to put in danger of false to meet their brother or sister on any occasion at all that may harm the brother or sister because Allah is good. Act forward. All members must preserve the holy all members must obey the laws of the government because by being a Moorish American, you are authority in virtue of the government and must live the life before it. Act 5. This coordinate with the Moorish Constitution or to overthrow the laws and constitution of the said government. Us all men now take your time. All uplifting acts of the Moorish Constitution of America. Members must pay their dues and keep in line with all necessity of Moorish Temple of America. Then you are entitled to the name of faith. Husband, you must support your wife and children. Wife, must obey your husband and take care of their children and look after the duties of your household. Sons and daughters must obey father and mother and thus you become a part of the uplifting community. All Moorish Americans must keep their hearts and minds pure with and their bodies clean with water. This divine countenance is from your holy prophet, Noble John, we all through guidance and his Father God Allah. Moorish America, pray. Allah, the Father of the universe, the Father of love, truth, and freedom, and justice. Allah is my protector, my God, and my salvation by night and by day. Through the holy prophet, Amen.
Praise Allah.
Praise Allah.
Praise Allah. Come on.
You're doing good, Mo. Just take your time. You're able to take your time. You're doing good. Yeah, the back of the blue. You good. The brown. You got the right one. Let me show you. Thank you, Mo.
Act 1. Grand chiefs and governors held of all temples, all businesses. Each state temple must be approved by the prophet of the before acting upon by any member, let it be finance property of any line of that will cost the members of to sacrifice finance everything else. That will cause the support of any group of members, any former officer that violates these laws is subject to be removed from his office or under heavy restrictions. Easy by the profit of the grand sheet. Act two, all members are to attend their adapting and their public meeting properly. If a member is found standing around on their meeting period, shall be fined 50 cents on the first case, and on the second, he will be fined $1, which will go on your emergency fund. If member is working, his monthly dues must be paid. And if he has money in the bank, he must subscribe for as much as he gets to the Moorish uplifted fund, because it takes finance to uplift the nation. Act three, it is lawful and divine duty of every good member if he is able to finance to aid me in saving the nation. And if he does not, he is an enemy to the cause of uplifting his own people and justice must get you. Let it be he or she according to love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice, as I have the power invested in my hand, and I will have to enforce the law in order to save the nation. Act four, all members while making a public speech must not use any assertion against the American flag or speak radical against the church or any member of any or organized group, because we are to teach love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Amen.
Take your time. You're doing good. Take your time.
All members must properly attend the meetings to send their children to Sunday school. In the future must confirm themselves to the questionnaires and let every member exercise his qualifications who is able to do so, because out from the Sunday school comes the guidance of the nation. Act six. With us, all members must proclaim their nationality, and we are teaching our people their nationality and their divine freedom, that they know that they are a part and portion of this sad government, and know what they are not Negroes, colored folks, Black people, or Ethiopians, because these names were given to slaves by slave owners in 1739, and lastly until 1865 during the time of slavery. But this is a new era of time now, and all men now must proclaim their free nationality names to be recognized by the government in which they live in the nation of this earth. This is the reason why Allah, the great God of the universe, ordained no godly prophet to redeem the people from their sinful ways. The Moorish Americans are the descendants of the ancient Moabites who inhabited the northwestern and southwestern shores of Africa. Act 7. All members must properly attend their meetings and become a part and partial of the uplifting act of the Moorish Entrepreneur of America. Members must say their dues and keep the line of all the effects and decisions of the Moorish Entrepreneur of America. Then you are entitled to the name of faith. Husband, you must support your wife and children. Wife, you must obey your husband and take care of your children and look after the duties of your household. Sons and daughters must obey father and mother and industries and become part of an uplifting of all community. All Moorish Americans must keep their hearts and minds pure with love and their bodies clean with water. This divine combination is from your holy host and holy prophet, Mother Drawley, through the guidance of the prophet God.
Praise Allah. Good job. Praise Allah. Take a reading from the Quran. Let them in. Good job. Praise Allah. This one.
How you doing, sir?
This one.
I got it, sister.
And now I take a reading from chapter 46, the beginning of Christianity.
This one. Good job.
The foundation of Christianity began in Rome. The Roman nations founded the first church of who crucified Jesus of Nazareth for seeking to remove his people from under the Roman yoke of law. Jesus himself was of the true blood of the ancient Canaanites and Moabites and the inhabitants of Africa, seeking to redeem his people in those days from the pressure of the Palestinians of Europe. Rome crucified him according to their law. Then Europe had peace for a long time until Muhammad the first came upon the scene to fulfill the works of Jesus of Nazareth. The holy teaching of Jesus was to define people to redeem him from under the great pressure of the hands of the unjust. That the rulers of the rich were not oppressed the poor, also that the lion and the lamb may lay down together, and neither would be harmed when one came. These teachings, these teachings were not accepted by the rulers and neither by the rich, because they loved the principles of the Ten Commandments. Through the Ten Commandments, and the rulers and the rich live, while the poor suffered and died. The lamb is the poor people, the lion is the rulers and the rich, and through love, truth, and freedom, and justice, all men are one. Seek their own destiny, and worship under their own lives, after the principles of the holy and divine laws for all nations of the earth, in these modern days receive peace. But there is for one true and divine way that peace may be obtained in these things, and it is through love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. We are taught universally to all the nations and all men.
Praise Allah.
Praise
Allah.
Islam. Brother Thompson Bay.
This meeting has officially been open.
What page was that?
Those days, 57.
Versus what?
46.
Hmm.
Top 46.
Okay, from what, from verse 1 to what? Huh?
Verse 9.
Yes, sir.
Now I'd like to call Dr. R. Madison Neal.
Praise Allah.
Hello. Can't leave. Brother Thompson Bay. Thompson Bay. You say page what? Page 57. Chapter
46.
yes. 1 through 9. Okay.
We are the soldiers.
Chapter 46, 1 through 9.
Every round goes
You
higher
what
and higher.
you do now, you
Every round goes higher and higher. Every round goes higher and higher. We are the soldiers of Jubilee. Islam.
Islam. Islam.
Islam.
How are the more doing?
We doing good. Praise Allah. How you doing?
Good.
Praise Allah. Praise Allah.
I would like to take a reading from page 23, chapter 15. Divine ministry of Jesus. Jesus goes to the wilderness for self-examination, where he remains 40 days and subject to 3 conditions.
Islam.
He overcomes, returns to the camp of John and James. The harbinger had paved the way. The logos had been introduced as love made manifest. And he must now begin his divine ministry. And he went forth into the wilderness to be a man of Allah, that he might look forth into the heart and know its truth and worthiness. And with himself he talked, he said, my Lord said was shown by many times, I am bound down to climb. Have I the strength to overcome and give my life a willing sacrifice for you? When I shall stand before the face of them, and they demand a proof of my messiahship,
Islam.
what I would say. And then the tempter came and said, if you be the son of Allah, command these stones to turn to bread. And Jesus said, who is it that demands a test? It is no sign that one is the son of Allah, because he does a miracle the devils can do.
Islam.
Praise Allah.
Fear not the Gentile magicians do great things before the Lord. My word and deed, all the walks of life shall be proof of the message. Messiahship. And then the tempter said, if you will go into Jerusalem and from the temple, cast down yourself to earth, the people will believe you are the Messiah, sent from Allah. This you can surely do for Vietnam days. He gives his angels charge concerning you, and with their hands, when they oppose blessing, you shall fall. And Jesus said, I will not tempt the Lord right out. And then the tempter said, look forth the barn, the world, behold and not in his face. Behold his presence in his will. If you will give your life to be, they shall be yours. But Jesus said, away from me, all simple thoughts. My heart is fixed. I spurn the corner self with all his patience and his pride. Before he did Jesus wrestle with his corner self, his higher self to live. He then was hungry, but his friends had found him, and they ministered to him. Then Jesus said, the wilderness and the consciousness of holiness. He came into the camp of John. And I leave as I came into.
Good job.
Praise
Praise
God.
God.
Praise God.
Good teaching. Good teaching. Praise God.
Is 1 through 17? Here, you go to the back.
I would like to call my second proposed sister H. Nelson.
Praise
Now.
God. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Oh, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Oh, my God, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Draw me to me. I'm gonna let it shine. Oh, draw me to me. And I'm gonna let it shine. Oh, my God, draw me to me. And I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. All in my home, I'm gonna let it shine. Oh, all in my home, I'm gonna let it shine. All in my home, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. It's mine, Sister Madison.
This one.
Right.
There is one but Allah, the all things are created all internal and incomprehensible. The Son is not Allah, through his nobleness and peace and lightness the world with his light. He once given life to the planet, the world of the earth. Allow him as a creature that is infinite of Allah, but worship him not. To the one who is supreme, most wise, omniscient, and to him alone worship. Adoration, thanksgiving, and praise.
Yeah.
Who has stretched forth the heavens with his hand, who has described with his fingers of the curses of the heart, whose down to the ocean that it cannot pass, and unto the storm. Who shake the earth in the nations tremble, who dares his lightning, and the wicked are dismayed. And called forth world by the world of his mind, who knitted with his arms, and they think it nothing. Oh, mercy, the majesty of the incarnate
Omnipotent.
not his anger, which shall be destroyed. The providence of Allah is ever all his words. He wrote and directed with infinite. He has instituted laws for the government of the world. He has wonderful daring wisdom in all things. And each by his nature conforms to his will.
Praise Allah. Good teaching, Sister Madison. Praise Allah. Praise Allah.
Brother Wood. Brother Wood. Glory be to Allah. Good job, sister. Glad to put him up with you. Praise God.
Y'all doing good.
Praise Allah. I want to walk like
The Lord say
walk, say walk.
I want to walk like the Lord say walk. Cause if I walk like the Lord say walk, I know that
everything is gonna be alright. I wanna teach like the Lord say teach, say teach. I wanna teach like the Lord say teach. Cause if I teach like the Lord say teach, I know that everything is gonna be alright.
James,
The Lord
wait a minute, hold on.
say pray. I wanna pray like
Okay.
the Lord say pray. Cause if I pray like the Lord say pray, I know that every little thing is gonna be alright. I wanna love like the Lord say love, say love. I wanna love like the Lord say love. Cause if I love like the Lord say love, I know that everything is gonna be alright. Praise Allah.
Praise Allah, praise
Allah.
Allah, praise Allah.
I will take a video from chapter 23, page 34. The glory instructions for thy children.
Praise Allah. Brother Wood,
Consider the art of character and fortune of thy choice, the being that has produced it is thy duty to support for thee also descendants whether the child that thy bond son be a blessing or a curse to thyself. And useful or worthless member to the community, prepare him early with instruction and teach his knowledge with the maximum speed. Like the bit of his inclination, set him right in his youth, and let no evil habit gain strength with his years. So shall he rise like a cedar on the mountains. His head shall be seen above the trees of the forest. A wicked son is a reproach to his father, but he that doth right is an honor to his great hand. The soil is thine own, let it not want cultivation. The seed which thou sowest, that also shall thou reap. Teach him obedience, and he shall bless thee. Teach him modesty, and he shall not be ashamed. Teach him gratitude, and he shall receive benefits. Teach him charity, and he shall give love. Teach him temperance, and he shall have health. Teach him prudence, and fortune shall attend him. Teach him justice, and he shall be honored by the world. Teach him sincerity in his own heart, shall not be profaned. Teach him diligence, and his wealth shall increase. Teach him benevolence, and his mind shall be ignorant. Teach him science, and his life shall be useful. Teach him religion, and his death shall be happy.
Allah. Teach Allah. Praise Allah.
13.
Come on, Allah. Please, praise Allah, Brother Wood. Good job. Praise Allah. Yeah, praise Allah. Yeah, praise Allah.
Good job, man. Good job. Full face.
Okay, thank you. You good one. It's fine.
Anytime I like to just give.
Just give.
Give the meter over to Trey.
It's fun. Praise Allah.
Oh, yeah, Brother Art Madison.
It's fun. Good job, Mo. Good job, Chairman.
I call him up. I like to call out the brother J. Thompson Betty.
It's fun.
It's fun. Oh, to
His hand, I was unchanging hand. You better hold to his hand. I was unchanging hand. Mother, feel your hopes on things eternal as you hold to a love unchanging hand. There is love in his hand. I was unchanging hand. There is love.
You gonna
in
reread?
his hand. I was unchanging hand. Mother, feel your hopes on things eternal as you hold to love unchanging hand. There is peace in his hand. I was unchanging hand. There is peace in his hand. I was unchanging hand. Mother, feel your hopes on things eternal as you hold to love unchanging hand.
praise Allah. It's fun, brother Jimmy.
That's right.
I'll be taking the reading from page 57, chapter 46. I give praise to Allah, the promise and honor to the prophet of the
Praise Allah.
The beginning of Christianity. The foundation of Christianity began in Rome. The Roman nations found the first church, of whom crucified Jesus of Nazareth, for seeking to redeem his people from under the Roman yoke and law. Jesus himself was of the true blood of the ancient Canaanites and Moabites and the inhabitants of Africa, seeking to redeem his people in those days from the pressure of the hell-scared nations of Europe. Rome crucified him according to their law. Then Europe had peace for a long time until Muhammad the first came on the scene and fulfilled the works of Jesus of Nazareth. The holy teaching of Jesus was the common people to redeem them from under the great pressure of the hands of the unjust.
That's right.
That the rulers and the rich would not oppress the poor, also that the lion and the lamb may lay down together and leave when morning came. These teachings were not accepted by the rulers and by the rich, because they loved the principles of the Ten Commandments. Through the Ten Commandments is the rule and the rich live while the poor suffer and die.
It's fun.
The lamb is the poor people, the lion is the rulers and the rich, and through love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. All men are one and equal, to seek their own destiny and to worship under their own vine and fig tree.
It's fun.
After the principles of the holy and divine laws of their forefathers, all nations of the earth in these modern days are seeking peace, but there is but one true and divine way that peace may be obtained.
It's
In
fun.
these days, it is through love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice, being taught universally to all nations and all lands.
Good job, Mo. Good
Praise
teaching.
Allah.
Okay.
Praise Allah.
Peace. Good job, Mo.
Good teaching, brother. Praise Allah. Praise Allah.
For my next speaker, I'd like to call out brother R. Madison L. Jr.
It's fun.
Praise Allah. Praise Allah.
Good job.
We're marching.
We're marching into Mecca, that beautiful city of God. We're marching into Mecca, that beautiful city of God.
Praise Allah.
Praise Allah.
Praise Allah. Praise Allah.
Good
Praise
job.
Allah. Praise Allah.
Islam, Moorish.
Islam.
Islam, Moorish.
Islam.
Islam, Moorish.
Islam.
I'd like to rise and give praise to Allah, the great God of the universe. I'd like to give honors to the true and divine prophet Noble Ali in these present days and conditions, because we give honors to all true and divine prophets. These teachings you hold in your hand, if you have a Quran in your hand, these teachings are for those who love Jesus. For those who desire to know about Jesus. For those who want to understand why Jesus had a purpose to come and save a wretch like me. A lot of times we don't understand how much of a wreck we are. We don't understand how much of a mental disability we are in until that light cuts on. Everybody's light don't cut on at the same time. Everybody light don't cut on the same way. Some people, what you have is a dim light. Some people have a really bright light, and some have a daylight. So you have a lot of dim switches. The light cuts on different ways, and it has different bright. But it's a light. Some of them can be old, like in the LTD back in the day, but those who remember. And I'm gonna take it back a little bit more for the Kiss and Lincoln doors. Oh, and if you're a little older, I'm talking about the Model T, where you had to crank it. It's called energy. You needed the energy to get it started. When you start your vehicle, you have to learn how to, this is a modern day time. We with the modes right here. Y'all got push buttons.
Yeah.
So you have to apply the brake, and when you push the button, your car starts off dim and then boom, boom, and it lights up brighter because it's being given more power. When you are being energized, when you are being rejuvenated, you got to have the right resolution.
That's right.
You have to have the right teachings. You have to have the right instructions. These divine instructions was given to us in North America to help get us back in the line, with our 4445. To put us back in the civilization of being what's called civilized, and being put back in the humanitarian lifestyle.
Right.
See, when you begin to live unbecoming of a human, you get treated like the undesirable. You get treated so bad that your own mama says, that is not of me. Because of why? I didn't teach you to behave like that.
That's right.
So it took a prophet to come into the land at the right time with the right plan, with the right resolution to come and set brothers like me back on the path. The path I'm talking about is a straight and narrow path.
That's right.
It's uncut, it's unadulterated. It is so simple that these children get it better than us grown-ups. Because why? We have gained habits, mental habits, food habits, and other habits that are reckless.
That's right.
And we have become so immune to them that we just don't want to utter up the strength to say, I'm going to stop doing it. I'm going to quit misbehaving. I'm going to quit speaking and quit doing the things that I know I shouldn't be doing. So that's why we in the Moorish Scientific of America, we give honor to women.
That's right.
We are learned to have a deeper appreciation for womanhood. Because when you appreciate and you honor woman, you begin to understand where you came from. You came from a woman's womb.
That's right.
She carried you for 9 or somewhere up under that months. Whether you are premature, whatever you made it in this world, but you was inside of her womb being kept. She was carrying you for so long that you went to bed with her. You went to work with her. You took a shower with her. You took a bath with her. You used the bathroom with her. You did everything with her.
Yeah,
The mother.
yeah, praise God. Thank you, Allah.
We have to learn that whatever your mama did that you don't agree with, she carried you and sustained you to be able to understand how to do better than her.
Teach the thing.
So it's not to talk about her about what she didn't do. It's about to give her honors about what she did do. She gave you the ability and the strength to be able to function as a regular human being, to think as a human being, because she could have did something that's called aborted you and sent you somewhere else. But she chose with her free will to keep you.
Praise Allah.
See, everybody don't realize it was a choice that they had to keep you in their womb, to keep you in their presence. That's why we have a deep appreciation for womanhood. We're learning to love ourselves.
That's right.
And when you're learning to love yourself, man, it's a job.
Teach Mo.
I keep showing this Quran of the Moorish of America because the job is to get self together, to know thyself, to know who you are. That's why tonight, I was sitting at the table with me and my children. That's why we just barely made it in the door on time. And we late, but on time. Because we were sitting and talking. If you don't invest into your time with your children, your loved ones, your grandchildren, with the neighborhood children, with the children at your job, the children at the street, at the school, wherever you see children. If you don't take the time out to invest it, please don't complain about what the future is doing. Because you had a chance to help a child understand how to do just a little bit more better. And if you don't think your little bit counts, take accountability of what person told you something.
That's right.
Think about it. So we give honor to our young people, Moorish National League.
Good job, man.
We give honors to everybody that contributed to having all these children that you see around here. And if you start looking around, you're a child too. We give honors to all the children. We give honors to our youth. Because when you inspire the youth to come up here, to stand before the faces of men and women and have the courage enough to read the divine and constitution and bylaws.
That's right.
Some of us have what's called fright, stage fright.
That's right.
Because we've never been taught and structured to speak in front of people. We have to wait till we get to college to learn how to talk in front of people, how to stand upright and talk with a clear voice.
That's right.
To use words that are simple that everybody in the multitude understands. To do your best, to talk positive.
That's right.
And say positive, encouraging words to the people that you are around. When you begin to learn about what Jesus was doing, Jesus was speaking what's called a parable. A parable is a symbolic understanding of what I'm trying to tell you. You can use the things that are around you. You can use the things that a person do on a daily basis to explain, understand.
That's right.
A lot of us understand that we must go to bed and we must wake up. That's the same thing like death and life. You can lay down in a bed all day and feel a certain way. You can get up and work out and feel another type of way. But all these ways you are feeling is called energy. You have to realize it's the mindset. It's the mindset that we all in here possess. So that's why we give honor to humanity, we give honor to everybody, and we learn how to be humble, to respect everybody. When you learn how to respect everybody, you learn how to respect yourself first.
That's right.
That's why a lot of times when you see that version, when it says know thyself, that is a great lesson to know who you are. Why you are, what's your purpose in life, what good did you do today, yesterday, and what good can you do tomorrow?
That's right.
Without a history, you are in a huge wreck. Without a true history, you're in a greater wreck. Without a religious creed and nationality, you are finished. You're so finished that you begin to learn what somebody has educated you about. Once you begin to realize what they have educated you with, you come to find out it's just to be what's called a third-class citizen. In modern days, it's called a slave. If you don't realize what you're a slave to, that means that's the weakness that you possess. To possess the truth, that lets you get free from a lot of things that we suffer with. The thing that we're suffering with right now is called a mental slave. When you are in a mental capacity, when you think you're right and you come to find out that you are in error, it is real hypocritical to talk down and about the people that are still suffering the same thing that you have just been saved and healed from. It's wise to go and help those that are still in the dis-ease, the discomfort that you were suffering. It's good to be able to go give them what's called a lending hand. Words of encouragement, right? Inspiration, because once you begin to realize who inspired you, a lot of time it was your mother and your father. A lot of time it was a neighbor, it was a friend, it was somebody at your school, it was somebody that was real close by. That's why you look around and we learn how to give honor to all those who inspired us to do right.
That's right.
See, the Quran says, out of the worst, the wise will find the means to do good. Once you find out what your means is to do good, see, now you begin to grow and understand which way you're going.
Praise Allah.
If you don't know where you're going, that's because you don't know where you have been. To get directions, you must be able to understand the direction.
That's right.
The prophet said that these are divine instructions. Divine instructions. Allah instructed the prophet Noble Drew Ali to do exactly what he's supposed to do. If you doubt the prophet, you can go investigate it. If you doubt the Lord Scientific of America, you can go and investigate it. Man has a higher self and a lower self. But when you look at our charter gives us the right to practice our religious freedom.
That's right.
Unmolested, unadulterated.
Praise Allah.
I pray that a lot of us start to look into the charter, because a lot of things that can save us is inside the charter. Inside of our charter, it says we honor all true and divine what?
Prophets.
Prophets.
Yeah.
Allah has sent so many of prophets down here. All we have to do is just read the teachings carefully. We will begin to see what's called the truth. I give honors to our Quran class, because in Quran class, we just went through the front of the Quran and we went through the few pages and we stopped at page 3.
Islam.
It was so uplifting that we were stuck on one little simple information. It says, dear mother, teach these lessons to your little ones that they may learn to love instead of hate.
Islam.
We were stuck on that because a lot of us started thinking. See, we don't honor our mothers because we think everything we did it on our own. But we don't realize the vibration she was sending down to us. That's what gave us a feeling. See, in the Quran, it talks about what your parents gave you with, but they gave you in the physical life. Your parents gave you some of these things that you don't even know that you possess. That's got the good in you. We so busy looking at our parents in the wrong right, thinking that they could have did better.
Right.
And I'm gonna tell you what the truth does. It sets you free.
That's right.
Wait till you become a parent.
Praise Allah. That's right.
Do you have the courage to tell your children, Mom and Daddy ain't right all the time, so we need you to help us to raise you and to make me a better parent?
Praise Allah.
I have to tell it to my children so much, I have to make sure they understand that I need their help because they're thinking entities. And if you don't know, you'll get it today. Where's the nearest place to meet Allah?
In the heart.
Do your child have a heart?
Yeah.
You better buckle up and pay attention. Because with their tongue,
Yeah. Yeah.
with their tongue,
Yeah.
see these children,
Yeah.
Allah can speak to you.
That's right.
See, get all prideful, get all bold, get all think you know it all. And let one of these child tell you something that can save your life.
That's
make
right.
it better and you miss it.
Praise Allah. Praise Allah.
You're gonna find yourself saying, baby, that really told me the truth, and I thought he was playing. I didn't think he knew what he was talking about.
Praise Allah.
He loved the more scientific America.
Praise Allah.
He loved Allah. Whether you understand it, I understand it, but he knows Allah is.
That's right. Allah.
It's the thought of, do you know who Allah is? Because when he sleep through him, can you hear it? See, a lot of times we want the lesson to come out from a good old dignified person who could speak the Quran off the back of his head. He's living a good life. He loves his grandchildren. He loves his wife. He is perceived to be a perfect man because he is a great leader. But everything don't come from our grand sheik. The grand sheik is put into leadership because we seen fit to say, that's the man for the job.
Praise Allah.
He is the one that is willing to deal with all of us. Because some of us can't take that. Some of us ain't gonna drive 2 hours just to make a meeting with grandchildren all in the car bouncing all around. Because we don't even want to bring them 10 minutes away from the temple. 20 minutes from the temple. We don't even want to get them ready just to bring them here because it's just too much work. And stay with your mama, I'll be back.
Praise Allah. Praise Allah.
It takes a strong man, a strong woman to want to love children, to discipline children, to literally learn to love children, to have the patience and understanding that they are just children learning what we're learning.
That's right. Allah.
Because the more you read this, you realize you still learn.
That's right.
The more you talk to them, the more y'all go over the teachings together. This is a good tool to teach your children to read with. This something right here will help your children to be more intellectual than you. More than you. That's why. Start teaching them how to look up what one word means. Let them define one word and define the next words. It becomes a practice of, hey, I need to see what that word means. Me and my daughter were just doing some homework and she wanted to look up what's the word, love? Start with an E. The E what? Equivalent?
Equivalent.
Ooh.
That's a big word.
What do equivalent mean? Who? Talk up. Say it loud.
Equal.
Equivalent means equal. She had a problem that said, show the equivalent of the problem and give us the answer. What equals the same answer at the bottom that equals at the top?
Okay.
Some of us like, what you talking about? Sit down with your child and help them do their homework.
That's right.
You go back to school.
You
You begin to rekindle the brain of, oh, I ain't did that. Where did this man come? This ain't never, we ain't never do this. And because you ain't never did it, don't mean what? Don't do it? Don't help your child?
No, that don't mean that.
That means what? Arm up, lace up your boots, get ready, put your phone down,
Yeah.
and read the instructions and follow the sample, the example that they give you.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to do it 2 and 3 and 4 times.
Yeah.
Because why? You're trying to understand what a third grader is doing in school.
That's the truth. That is the truth.
My man know what I'm talking about. He said, y'all don't hear the mic. You say that's the what,
That's
brother?
the truth. That's the truth.
Sit with your child and do some homework. Grown man, grown woman. Oh, this why I'm oh. You get nervous. You panic. You get frustrated.
Yeah.
You get nervous. And then you get angry.
Yeah.
Oh, forget that stuff. Oh, that ain't important anyway. And your child is watching what you're doing when you face a problem.
Praise Allah.
Oh, my mama 2 weeks. My daddy 2 weeks to even handle this little school book. Then you go right to the school and the teacher say, this is all you gotta do, baby. Here it is, right here. I got it now. And then that child come back happy. Mama, look what I learned. I don't want to hear about that stupid stuff.
Be careful what you say to the children, because the child looks for you to say that they did a good job.
That's right.
And you so frustrated in your feelings,
Yeah.
you pushing them down not to be smarter than you.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they came up with a show, Who's Smarter Than a
Fifth grade.
a fifth grader.
Yeah.
You so bright and so clever.
Yeah.
Answer this little question.
Yeah.
My son just realized what north, south, east, and west mean. What it means, not what it is.
That's right.
What it means.
What's a good equivalent just to learn north, south? What do they tell you to do? Say it aloud again. Never eat soggy waffles. North, south, east, west.
All right.
I hear that.
Yeah. Yeah.
See, we gonna learn something today. Because we got children to be raised.
Yeah.
This is the young people boys National League Day right here.
Yeah.
What's the math acronym, Hayden? Please who?
Please excuse
Talk up.
Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally.
Please who?
Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally.
What do it mean, Trey?
Parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division,
Huh? Division, what else?
addition,
Uh-huh.
subtraction.
Yeah.
Subtraction. Worldly base said it faster than him.
Praise God.
Worldly base been out of school, ain't you?
Praise
But he's
God.
still in school.
North.
That's why it's fresh on his head.
That's
Yeah.
right.
That's why it's fresh on his head.
That's
Please
right.
excuse my dear Aunt Sally.
That's right.
Teach it to your children, because they can solve any math problem that they get put before they face.
That's right. Good teaching.
If you don't understand it, go home and read it.
That's right. Good teaching.
Parentheses, why do you do it in parentheses? Because parentheses goes first. The exponent, because you have to solve what equation is that two sitting on top of that number for. My means multiplication. You have to multiply to solve the equation in a true format. My dear, your dear is divide. You have to divide the problem to get the next answer.
Okay.
Praise
When you
God.
add it up, because you're trying to put it all together.
Yeah.
And at the end, you subtract the leftovers, because you don't need all that.
Mm.
To get the last equation, to get the last answer.
Praise God.
And if you got the right answer, you just do the opposite and you go back up.
Mm.
So if you divide to come down, how do you get back up the ladder, Hayden?
Okay, Hayden.
Hayden, if you divide to go down, how do you get back up the ladder? If you
Multiply,
say it again,
multiply,
you gotta multiply.
Praise God.
If I take all your money, baby, how do you get it back?
But you did it. You doing it.
You gotta add it back.
That's
Add
right.
it back.
Add it back.
Praise God.
See, when you learning the balance of life, the lower self and the higher self, you gotta teach it to your loved ones, to your little ones. They gotta be able to understand the equations in life.
That's right. Good teaching.
I just learned probably 3 years ago that it's healthy to talk to your children about when you're going through something.
Mm.
It's healthy to tell your children, hey, I'm just praying my way through it and we gonna be all right.
That's right. That's right.
I just learned it a few years ago. It's therapeutic to teach it to your children so that when they meet it, they ready.
Praise God.
Because my daddy told me how to secure
That's right.
this problem.
That's right.
And what my daddy told me was Jesus taught him how to do.
Praise God.
When you gotta keep going back to the basics.
That's right.
See, you gotta let them know that this is the basics. You can ball this up, put it in your pocket, put it in your car, put it wherever you gotta put it at, but keep it on.
Mm.
Don't get caught without it.
Mm.
And then you begin to learn it by verbatim.
Yeah.
That you can start to speak it out of your mouth in a normal conversation of, I'm just learning to love instead of hate.
Praise God.
Now, when you realize you're learning to love instead of hate, you know what the great ministry is?
Teach it.
Self.
Yeah. Praise God.
Being yourself, loving yourself, growing to be a better self. And the self that we're all aiming to be at, that's why we're in the Moorish Scientific of America right now. We're trying to be in our highest self.
That's praise God.
We fight this fight together on one accord.
Yeah.
That's why when we practice unity, we got strength.
Praise Allah.
So I give honor to everybody that brought their child out. I give honor to Friday Holy Day service for all moms all over the world. I give honor to everybody that came out because when you come out on your meeting period, you are being forgiven for 7 days of sin plus what?
3. That's 10. We added together.
7 plus 3 is what, baby? Now? How many? That's one our star football player.
Right.
We got another star football player, brother Jay Woods Faith. We got some real scholars in sports up in here.
Praise Allah. Praise
Star
Allah.
quarterback, hey, A1 material.
Oh.
Baby left ain't playing. If you come past me, laying you down.
Praise
Because
Allah.
you will not get a touchdown on his ship.
I heard that.
He's here to do his job. He want to be a multi. Why? To make sure that the temple is secure.
Praise Allah.
He gonna tell Hannah in a minute, I got it, little homie, sit on down. Hannah gonna look up like, okay, go ahead, brother. It's all yours.
That's right.
He gonna sit the other Thompson baby down. Cause he gonna bring his crew and be like, hey man, we got this now. Now y'all going to enjoy the meat. It's called giving back the love that was given to them.
That's right.
They not gonna let nothing happen to none of the Moors because that is unacceptable.
Praise Allah.
It's not tolerated in the Moor scientific of America. We are not passive and we are not weak. We are strong and what? Independent thinking men and women.
That's
Praise
right.
Allah.
Who is taught to do what? Do right, to protect our loved ones. And guess what? We ain't letting nothing get past us that is unacceptable. So don't think you just gonna mistreat us because we learning to love.
That's right.
What we're gonna do is we're gonna deal with you accordingly.
Praise Allah.
Let's go 2 minutes, 1 minute. I'm gonna take this reading from the Holy Quran. Let's get into this Quran real quick. My favorite chapter.
Praise Allah.
Anybody know my favorite chapter?
That's right.
Sincerity.
Who is it?
Sincerity.
Praise Allah. We gotta speak with sincerity. We gotta love with sincerity. Page 41, hope, the divine instructions from the Holy Prophet. Page 41, chapter 34, holy instructions from the prophet, sincerity.
Praise Allah.
O thou who art enamored with the beauty of truth and has fixed thy heart on the simplicity of her charms, hold fast thy fidelity unto her and forsake her not. The constancy of thy virtue shall crown thee with honor. I give honor to everybody that came out. I give honor to our grand chief for giving us the privilege to have a young people more nationally. I give honor to Sister H. Madison for being the secretary. I give honor to Brother Jameer Thompson Bay
That's right.
for being the chairman of the Moore Scientific American. I give honor to Brother R. Madison for
Good
being
job.
the assistant chairman and the mufti. I give honor to Brother L. Thompson Bay III,
Yes, ma'am.
for being a mufti. I give honor to Brother J. Woods Bay for being a speaker.
That's right.
Because when you come and stand before the Moor, that's called taking accountability.
That's right.
That took a lot of courage and a lot of strength to stand before y'all and read this Quran of the Moor Scientific of America. And if you think it's easy, bring your grandchild, bring your neighbor, bring another child here and say, here, go read
That's right.
in front of the people.
That's right.
So I like to thank all the Moors for joining us on Zoom. I love the Moors. Take care. Peace.
Good job, Mo. Good job.
Verse 1.
Good job,
I
Mo.
read verse 1.
First one. You got it.
It was a great reading.
gonna read it.
Brother R. Madison Jr.
Yes, ma'am.
On my next video, I like to talk about sister. We like that. We always like that. Okay. Right. Yeah. This one, for my next week, I like to cover the brother L. Thompson.
Grand Sheik, Grand Gupper.
Grand Sheik, Grand Go.
The Grand Sheik.
The grand sheep.
And Grand Go.
And Grand Go.
Praise Allah. Praise Allah.
I got time to work
Work
for
for
Allah.
Allah. I got time. I got time. I got time to work for Allah. I got time.
I
Got time. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, all day Friday. I got time to work for Allah. I got time.
Islam or
Islam.
The baby's leaving us.
Once again, it's a blessing to be in the house of peace. To be in the house where the vibration is very uplifting.
Yes, it is.
That is warming to the heart and pleasing to the mind.
Yeah.
It is a pleasure to be in Islam
That's right.
because Islam means
Peace.
a true follower of Islam is one who words, thoughts, and deeds do not hurt others.
That's right.
The prophet say, look for the best that's in others and give them the best that's in you. You want to think highly of yourself.
That's right.
You want to think highly of your brothers and your sisters. You want to think highly of your wives, your husbands, your nephews, your nieces, your grandchildren. You want to think highly of them because you know they work. Man is not the body nor the soul. He is a spirit and a part of Allah.
That's right.
All spirit is from the everlasting of the past into the never-ending days to come. So you got great potential. You are an unlimited soldier.
That's right.
An unlimited soldier. That means that you got all the potencies and attributes of Allah within you. The Quran says that the advantage lies not in possession of good things, but in knowing the using of it. Sometimes we don't want to use this great truth because this truth strengthens you. It strengthens you as a man, as a child, as an individual, as a woman. It makes you a better person. And the prophet says this is a field open for strong men and women who think that their conditions can be better. This life, it should be a cakewalk.
That's right. You're,
This is as slow as life gets.
that's right. You're,
If you can't comprehend things in this life,
that's right.
Uh-oh.
Teach,
What's going on?
you in bad shape.
teach them. Teach them. Up.
You know, and we understand that the gifts of the understanding of the treasures of Allah, and He appointed to everyone his portion, and what measure seems good unto himself. So if you in bad shape, that's just why Allah wants you.
That's right. Good teaching, Mo.
Allah wants you to be in a difficult situation so you can grow and develop, because perfected man must pass through all the ways of life. Many of us have been through some very gloomy times in life. We didn't even know how we was gonna make it to the next day.
That's right.
And Allah, in His infinite wisdom, guided us to where we are today.
That's
Yes,
right.
he did.
Teach
I
them.
give honors to all the Moors that propagate the faith and extend the learning and the great truth of all these here in America.
That's right.
The prophet told the Moors, it doesn't matter how things look. Sometimes we look at situations and we get hysterical.
That's right.
Yes, we do.
Don't you know that hope is our ever beacon light?
Lights.
We ought to have things to hope for. I
That's
hope for a better tomorrow. I hope for a better job. I hope for things to get better in my life.
That's right.
These they got.
I'd like to take a reading from the Holy Quran of the Moorish Temple of America. I give honors to all the speakers that spoke tonight. I give special honors to the young people of Moorish National League
That's right.
because they are our future.
That's
I
right.
give honors to Brother Jay Thompson Bay for opening up the meeting and guiding it according to the principles of love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. You know, we are the parents, and we have to make parents decisions.
That's right. Good teaching.
So when you got a child saying what he won't do and can't do, you got to enforce that he can do it and will do
That's
it.
right. Good teaching.
It's more than just saying you're Moorish American.
That's right. See.
Moorish Americans have a way of life
One of their way of life is attending Holy Day service on Friday, acknowledging that there is no God but Allah. You got a nice house, you got a nice car, you got a nice bank account, you got nice clothes. All praises to Allah. And Allah give it and He take it.
Yes, he do.
So if He give you something and take it from you, then you must ask yourself, what did I do to make Allah take this blessing from you? Sometimes it be the way we think.
Yeah.
Thought is the cause of it all. You know, we want to think like spiritual beings.
That's right.
We want to think like mosques.
That's right. Good teaching.
Upright, independent, and
That's right,
firm.
man. Go.
This is a cakewalk to us, man. This life is a cakewalk.
That's
All
right.
you gotta do is get yourself together.
That's right.
Get your mind together.
That's right. Teach you very good.
Proclaim and practice the principles
That's
of Lord,
right.
keep peace, freedom,
You
and
said
justice.
it's very key. You get your mind together.
Get your mind together. I'm
That's right.
taking a reading from the Holy Plan. I give honors to the children.
That's right. Good job.
It takes strength to come to the temple and represent being a Moorish man.
That's right.
This is not a popular way of life.
That's right.
You ain't gonna get a lot of accolades because you're a Moorish American.
That's right.
You just like any other ethnicity that's here in America.
That's right.
That's why the prophet said, take your place. Ain't nobody giving you nothing.
As far as me, that's right.
There's nobody that's just gonna hand over this government to you.
That's
The
right.
prophet told you,
That's right.
you once ruled the world.
Let's get ready to rule again.
But this time you're gonna do it up under the principle of love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. This is our country. The prophet said the Moors lived up and down the Mississippi River long before the coming of the Europeans. This is our neighborhood, this is our community, this is our country. And the prophet Noble Dry Lee was given a 50-year mandate at the Pan American Conference to let the people know that America belongs to the Moors.
That's right.
I give honor. The prophet said that we are the possessors, the founders, and the true possessors of the present Moroccan Empire. Where is it at? Right here.
That's right.
What you think about this Moorish Science Temple of America? You should think highly about it.
That's right.
You should think great about the Moorish Science
right.
Temple of America because it has made you to be the man you are today.
That's
You're
right.
a better father
That's right. Teach.
because of the teachings of the prophet Noble Dry Lee. You're a better brother because of the teachings
That's
of the
right.
prophet Noble Dry Lee. You're a better children because of the teachings of the Holy Prophet Noble Dry Lee.
That's right.
The prophet told the Moors, I brought you something that you can shout about. I'm so happy to be in the Moorish Science Temple of America.
Yes, sir.
There's no other place that I'd rather be.
Thank you, Allah.
I take a reading from chapter 1, the creation and fall of man.
Yes, sir.
Chapter 1.
Time never was when man was not. There was no time when you didn't exist. If life of man at any time began, a time would come when it would end. Think about it. When did man life come into an existence? At what point of his development did he come into a creation on the soul point? Because he's a spirit from the everlasting of the past, he has always existed. As long as Allah has existed, man has existed.
Yes, sir.
So Allah had to slow down the ethers because man sought to see himself on other planes of life. You know, we like to make decisions. I want to do this.
Yes, sir.
I want to do that. Sometimes in making them decisions, we don't want to deal with the process of seeing the outcome.
That's right.
We give up. Oh, this too hard for me. I'm gonna stop going to the temple. It's too hard for me. I'm gonna stop working. It's too hard for me. I'm gonna divorce my wife. I'm gonna divorce my husband.
Right.
It's too hard for me. I don't leave them children behind. I ain't taking care of them children. Sometimes we attach ourselves to things in life that we don't want to see it all the way through.
That's right.
But the prophet did. He said, I'm gonna test you to the last inch of your life, and if you make it, you're gonna be a good one.
That's right.
It's like the thoughts of Allah cannot be circumscribed. Don't be standing up talking about what Allah wants.
That's
Allah won't
right.
do that.
That's right.
Allah ain't that. Allah won't do that.
Right.
You don't know what Allah do.
That's right.
Oh, Allah
Allah didn't allow that to happen. Allah allowed everything to happen that happens on earth and on the soul plane. It can't happen without his will.
That's right.
So all you got to do is trust in Allah, as my assistant often say. He trusts in Allah.
That's right.
Allah taking, he allowed a tornado to come and kill your whole family.
Yes, he will.
He allowed the wicked to come and slay your sons and your daughters. Oh, he will allow.
Yeah.
But what is your message in all of this? You got to be the spirit of Allah.
That's right.
You have to show your loved ones that death is no enemy
That's right.
to man. And how do you show them? By living the teachings of the Holy Prophet, Noble Jurali. It says, no finite mind can comprehend things infinite. Allah has a way of counseling you that you don't understand. But he's giving you ministry. He's helping you in your situation, but you don't understand it because you are thinking finite.
Mhm.
No finite mind can comprehend things infinite. Prophet Muhammad said that you should search knowledge from the womb to the tomb.
That's right.
Knowledge helps liberate the man, helps liberate the child. When you know what you're doing, the devil don't have no power.
That's right.
See, it's only when you guessing and trying to figure out your way that the devil able to creep in and take advantage of your weakness. Yeah, it's a great day, Lord. Praise Allah. It's like all finite things are subject unto change. You got a nice car, it's riding good.
All right, how you right?
It'll change.
Oh, it's weird.
That pleasure will become a cry. You can't even enjoy the car no more because you worrying about the brakes ain't no good. The motor making them. No, use it for the purpose that Allah gave it to you. And that's a way to make your life better. Make your life better. Don't go no establishment with the car. You're going to pull up in the whole car cut off. And Allah gonna speak to you. Yeah, well, you shouldn't have been doing it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when you're moving in truth,
Mm-hmm.
you know that Allah gonna carry you through it. I get on the highway in that van and get the putt, I already know. Without a dollar contradiction, that Allah gonna see me from Columbia to St. Louis. And guess what? If he don't, he's still the same God.
That's right.
Coming again.
He want to see, can you walk now?
Yeah.
Mighty Lord.
See, we get so comfortable, we don't want to walk down the street. No. What health is to the body.
Mm-hmm.
Keep yourself healthy.
That's right.
Do the thing that makes your spirit feel good.
That's right.
You can't enjoy life if your ankles is always hurt, your stomach is up, your neck, your body. No. Strengthen yourself.
That's right.
This is a field open for strong men and women. Sometimes you just got to go ahead and exercise the strength of Allah. It said all finite things would cease to be because there was a time when they were not. Today is my mother's birthday.
Praise Allah.
Praise Allah.
But she gone. And it was through the teachings of Prophet Noble Jurali that when she took, I was at the temple when she passed.
Woo! Teach it, Mom.
We had Quran class, and I left the temple and went down Vanda to her house. No, I'm coming from work. Talking about the teachings of the Holy Prophet, Noble Jurali. I called Brother Real on the phone. Don't worry about them kids, let them
All
talk.
right. They doing good.
Okay.
We got it.
And my mother, she got in the van, in the ambulance, and she couldn't breathe.
Mhm.
I just took it lightly. I'm thinking like, well, she's gonna be all right. I'm up there reading the questionnaire because I'm trying to see what somebody has said that's been changed in the questionnaire. And it was revealed right then and now to me. There wasn't no saving power. Wasn't no saving power in what was changed.
That's right.
It says, all finite things will cease to be because there was a time when they were not. The body
Love people while you got them, man.
That's
Quit
right.
playing games. Your time is running out. Your time is running out.
That's right.
And you don't have a lot of time to be playing sucking and chopping.
That's right.
Live as long as thou art. Not as long as thou can. While thy life is worth more to others than thy death, it is thy duty to preserve.
That's right.
People depending on you to be upright, independent, and fearless. And you can't fight your way through this. Because the test is going to reveal who you are and what you are. You can't be like Iblis among the angels, looking like an angel,
That's right.
talking like an angel. But what was in Iblis is different
That's right.
than what was in the angel. Because the angel's nature is made out of light.
That's right.
And Iblis' nature is made out of fire.
That's right.
So he wasn't a fallen angel. What he was a spirit that Allah created. And when Allah formed the test,
That's right.
he had him to reveal who he was. He said, Allah say, bow down to me. When Allah tells you to do something, you better do it. Because if you don't do it, you don't want to deal with the consequences. Oh, tempt not his anger. Allah get upset. Oh, he ain't just old God that goes along and get along. No, that ain't the type of God we serve. Oh, tempt not his anger, least thou be destroyed. You go against what Allah instruct you to do, you find yourself in silence.
That's right.
Be like, Allah ain't got no peace. Well, you ain't obeying the instructions. Because Islamism means the study and practice of peace.
That's right.
The signs of happiness is the study of his life.
That's right.
Who want to be around a sad,
Individual.
That's right.
stressful individual all day? Ain't don't nothing make you happy.
Right.
Come on.
So you got to draw a circle around your past and then desire, so you don't get into the belly of the beast.
That's right.
Because people pull you in
That's right.
if you ain't strong.
That's right. Good teaching.
But you go into the dark with the light because you represent the light at home, at work, and even in the street. Wherever you at, you represent light.
That's right.
So it says, the bodies and the souls of men are finite things, and they will change. This ain't talking about the soul of men.
That's right.
This talking about the ball. Just like you got a ball of flesh, you're going to die one day. Make no mistake about it. You too shall pass.
That's right.
Oh, brother so-and-so died. Brother so-and-so died.
Right.
Sister died.
Right.
You too
We're gonna pass.
shall pass.
We all gonna pass. That's right.
What do your footprints look like?
That's right. Good teaching.
The master treads the way. On every span of ground, he leaves his footprints. So all can see and be assured that he, their master, went their way. I can think on certain brothers and get instant strength. I can think on certain sisters and get instant strength. Because they are examples of what the teaching is teaching us.
That's right.
So it says, and then I'm gonna sit down.
Mhm.
But I ain't in no rush.
Yeah. All
I
right.
ain't in no rush.
That's right.
You got to take your time in life.
That's right.
Yes, you do. Like I said.
The prophet talked about it.
That's right.
So you shall rush upon your destruction. You know, you got to be mindful and be conscious of the things that you're doing, the things you say, and the things that you see. Certain things you shouldn't even let in your spirit.
That's right.
They say he lends not his ear unto slander. When people are talking about other people, you shouldn't
Because what's the lesson? Know thyself. You trying to get yourself together. I can't be worrying about what Joe Blow doing. What am I doing to better myself?
Come on now.
Men need a pattern for their life. You all are among the chosen ones. So you got to set the pattern for the young and yet further. The prophet said this here. The bodies and the souls of men are finite things and they will change. Ye from the finite point of view, the time will come when they will be no more. That's from the limited point of view. My mother is still alive. That's right. One day, when I was living on Kennedy, and then I'm going to sit down. I believe in the power of the unseen. Because I understand that cherubim and seraphim that rules the stations of the sun and the spirit of the mighty God Allah, who rules the solar stars, are our protectors. That's right. And our guides, and they will lead to victory. So when you need help, don't be calling no Moorish American that's weaker than you.
Call on the angels.
What you calling them for?
Call on the angels.
So he can bring your Lord self out. No, you call off.
That's right, and the angels.
You strengthen yourself so when you talk to your brother, you can strengthen him.
That's right, good teaching.
There's a power in the words. Words can save,
And destroy.
they can create, and they can destroy.
That's right.
Don't you know a lot of men have went to war
That's right.
on stuff people that come out their mouth?
Sure have.
The very tongue will create a war. So you need to watch what you say. And if it ain't in line with Lord, truth, peace, freedom, and justice, you need to learn how to be quiet. Shut up! And let people reveal what's on.
That's right.
But you keep being awesome. You don't take nothing away from them. They just in their lordship. So I was laying on the couch. And I felt like I had pneumonia. And as I laid on the couch, my mother came to me in my spirit. And instantly, it wasn't no 1 day, no 5 seconds, no 2 seconds. Instantly, the vibration of sickness left my body.
Very well.
That's the power of the spirit.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
And I understand what the prophet said. Dreams are from on high. Allah take and reveal things to you that sometimes you don't understand. But rest assured that nothing is lost. Because with respect to his remembrance, a register is made of every word, thought, or deed. That's why it's so important for us to treat people.
That's right. Teach their gospel. That's right.
That's why it's so important for us to talk to people. Right? That's why it's so important for us to pray for ourselves. We're so busy praying for everybody. We got to take our time and pray for ourselves.
That's right.
Ask Allah, give me the strength to be a better man.
That's right.
Allah, give me the strength to be a better father. Allah, give me the strength to be a better uncle. Talk to Allah and let them know what you want. Sometimes we don't pray for to be a better person.
That's right.
Why? We don't want to be a better person. We love what? Misery.
That's right.
We love misery.
That's right.
And we love to see other people miserable. And if you ain't careful, the devil will make you miserable.
That's right. Good teaching, man. Go.
Honor nature soon became a foe that you must fight, that you might be the strength of Allah made manifest. Ain't nobody waving no magical lines to make things better.
That's right.
You got to pray that things become better for you. You got to talk to Allah and ask Allah to make things better.
That's right.
When man sees Allah as one with him as Father God, Allah, he needs no middleman. So that's why you don't see Brother Thompson, they hanging out
I
with
got it.
everybody.
I got it, you. I got it.
Because you don't need no middleman.
That's right. he goes straight up to Allah and put his hand in Allah's hand, and all is well.
That's right.
Not that it's going to be well. It's already well. Trust in Allah and shun that devil,
That's right.
that lower self.
You think
Without a foe or soul, you never know his strength. Whatever foe you're going to fight it. And fight it in righteousness. Fight it knowing that Allah is leading on and victory is sure. Because the devil is trying to rob you of your inheritance. And you know what your inheritance. Man is the Lord of the plane of soul and the plane of things made manifest. But he gave up his birthright just to gratify his Lord. I ain't going to the temple on Friday because I got to hang out with the boys. I ain't going to the temple on Sunday because I got to watch football. We got to be conscious. What the Quran say? Attention is the pilot.
that's right.
That must conduct you to a port. Anything that takes you off the straight and narrow path, beware.
That's right.
Peace.
It's not Frenchie.
Praise Allah.
Frenchie,
Praise Allah.
stop it.
I stopped on.
One.
Paragraph.
I can't hear this all through.
Whether T comes to read it. L comes to
All through.
The first paragraph.
the grand governor.
Yeah.
Okay, first paragraph.
Thank you. It's fine, boy. Probably lunch there. This one is all about more. Yeah, you gonna get your time, Brother Jackson, back. I know he's ready. He said he wanted to say something. All my peace, please, bro. Praise Allah. Islam wars, proper ones all Muslims on the order to be proclamation at each meeting. I hereby inform all members that they must be in all radical agitating speakers while at work, in their homes, on the streets. We are for peace and not destruction. Stop flashing your cards at your opinions that cause confusion. Remember, your card is for your salvation. Failure to obey these orders will be a severe consequence. We are for love, truth, peace, and freedom. And when these principles are violated, justice then must take its course. Any member or group of members who hold malicious feelings towards the temple or the prophet or violate the divine covenant of the Moorish movement will receive a reward from Allah for their unjust deeds. All true Moors will and must obey the law that's laid down to them by their prophet. If they lose confidence in their prophet, they should turn in their card, button, cease wearing their turban or fez, and return to the state where I, the prophet, found you. This is the holy and divine movement founded by the prophet, Noble Drive. And if the prophet is not right, the temple is not right. The prophet is up for send out the divine preach to all Muslim Americans that they do their part in protecting their prophet and the temple. This is an everlasting movement founded by the prophet through the will of Allah to redeem his people from their sins by order of prophet Noble Drive. Peace.
Peace.
Look, see, baby, see. At this time, I would like to open the floor for the band. What that's
One back.
what that's
One.
Young
yes,
people, what's
the young people more national.
Tell them children come on in so we can pray and get on. Oh.
How many you got on Jones, sister?
Hmm.
How many you got on Jones?
I don't know. The Brother Madison Hill.
But I got the count already. It was 21.
You gotta get the 10.
I got it. You hear me, sister? How many you got, Madison? I count 21.
Oh, that's 24.
24. Okay.
Thank you.
That's how you make the money. Bring it on in.
So you got right down 24 in the temple and 15 on Zoom and
Who's got you, Mr. Austin? Okay,
Want the grand seat on me? You go to the grand seat, no?
15 on Zoom.
Yeah, it's too strong.
General.